Hello, this is Carolyn Lowry, and I am answering your concerns with regard to the course that you recently reviewed for Blinn College. And first, I want to thank you for taking the time to review it. It did not really occur to me that I had not created an assessment which explicitly addressed objectives 1, 2, and 5, and I have now done that. In addition, you said you could not locate the exams within Test 1, Test 2 submodules. So I went back and I checked the links and they were broken, and I have fixed them. So we'll click on content and I will go to test 1 and then scroll up and click on exam 1 and it loads. And then go back to the table of contents. Click on test 2, scroll up, exam 2. I do see that I need to change that so that they both say exam or they both say test, and that would make it easier for students and less confusing. So table of contents, test 3, and scroll up, and the link works. And test 4. And all of these tests are provided by the publisher, so they do assess the content that is taught. Exam 4, the link works. Table of contents. And final exam, scroll up, final exam, and that loads. So now back to the concern about the grader project that's referenced in Unit 1. So the links within the checklist were something that I did so that students could click off that they've done it and that they didn't have to go anywhere else to be able to open those. So there's the grader project that does now work. And concerning the assessments, I have an IT infrastructure components quiz here, and because it will not let me actually show you the quiz, I can show you, can go into quiz setup and I can show you the questions. So 2 ways to look at computer systems are, and so when grading, so networked and standalone Mac and Windows components and roles, or hardware and software, and the technology component, and you have to select all that apply to the technology components of information systems. And networking communication includes which of the following components, select all that apply, and it's people and processes. So cancel and go back here and we'll look at the next quiz, which unfortunately you kind of have to go through this. So the next one is the principles and ethics quiz, and I can show you the questions in quiz setup. As a computing professional, you are cautioned to contribute to society and human well-being. This includes which of the following elements, and there we go. And avoid harm. Each one of these is one of the principles and ethics of it. So avoid harm to others does not include, and it's immediate notification of a supervisor when a potential problem is suspected, because you are actually supposed to make certain that it is a real threat before you raise the alarm. So being honest and trustworthy includes, and carrying the weight of larger groups of professionals which you may represent. So none of the others would apply. And being fair and taking action not to discriminate means you can justify the unauthorized use of computer resources if it equalizes opportunity for all. And that's actually false. So I need to go fix that, which I will do. And respecting property rights of others. So including copyrights and patents does not apply to creating products for my private use which are not intended for publication in any way. And that is false because it applies to everything. Honoring confidentiality means it is okay to view confidential documents as long as I don't disclose them. And that is false because that is never okay. Unless you are authorized to do so. Cancel. So that's that quiz. And the last one is a little bit more for them to do. So concepts and terminology. And so there's some text that I wrote here, and then I asked them to research the terms below and write one page delineating the relationship of the terms. And I do deliberately use words like delineating because they're in college and I want them to look them up if they need to know them. And so they're going to write one page, and that will be hand graded. So I hope that that addresses your concerns. And please let me know. And again, thank you so much for taking the time to review the course, because every time that someone reviews it, we get it better.